Hi guys, this is Vidar.
And Ausra.
Let's start episode 120 of Ask Vidas and Ausra podcast. And this question was sent by Robert. He writes, I never had a teacher or lessons. I have been doing this on my own. Self-taught organist, right, Ausra?
Yes.
Is that a bad thing?
Well, I don't think so. We have cases like this in Lithuania, I think, quite a lot. Not so much nowadays, but we had it before. I'm sure, especially in the Soviet time, when we had such a period when it wouldn't be possible to learn professionally to play organ because organ was related with the church and church was forbidden during the Soviet time, so many people just had to teach themselves to play.
I remember you recently taught a harmony seminar for church musicians.
Yes.
How many of them do you think were amateurs and self-taught musicians? Quite a few,
Quite a
probably.
few, I guess, yes. Yes, that's right.
So today, when the information is so abundant on the internet, it's just a matter of perseverance and really motivation, inner motivation to succeed, right? Rather than lack of information how to do this, right?
Yes. And important thing is to know what you want, from your playing. If you want become, let's say, professional, skillful organ performer, for example, and just make your living by performing organ, then probably you would have to have a teacher and to get some sort of formal education. But if you are doing this just to enjoy it,
Mm-hmm.
for yourself, then I think it's perfectly fine just to teach yourself. It might be just your hobby.
And today online, when you can find so much great advice, I think, and information how to play the organ, um, it's I think um, it's better to learn from online sources which are quality information, right, than of from the secondary teachers or crappy pedagogues who don't necessarily have right experience and qualification and brought a global vision to how to do this. Maybe they have learned this decades ago, right?
Yes, that's
Stuck in
right.
the rut
Yes,
and have been teaching this for decades without any progress at all.
that's true.
So I think it's better to immerse yourself into ever-changing global landscape and to seek out the best of information yourself
Yes.
than to uh, be stuck with one teacher whom you don't really want to
Yes,
trust.
and especially if you live in the States, for example, and you want to eventually play in church, for example, you even though you have to get like a formal education to get like university degree, because EGO has this wonderful certificate program where you can, you take tests, exams, and get a certificate.
Church um, service playing certificate, it's called,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So it's even open to AGO members from other countries too.
Yes, that's right.
If let's say Robert would live in um, in some other area than North America, chances are there are organizations which offer certain certifications too, like in Europe, in the UK, there is also a similar system. Germany has the same thing. Uh, I don't think Australia has, but it might. Maybe Australia uses, British system. It might be, but I'm not sure. We have to ask our students this particular thing. So it's not a bad thing to be self-taught nowadays.
Yes, yes, I think so.
Great. So never stop learning if you are alone, right? Because in our case, this organ playing community around the globe, 89 countries and growing, uh, they support each other. From these questions we get every day, it seems like these things matter to people.
Yes, that's right. And it's very nice actually that organ, still interests so many people. That's fascinating because I strongly believe it's one of the best musical instruments.
Because it can imitate orchestra, it can imitate choir, it can imitate human voice. Basically, it has the broadest range of colors than any other instrument.
Yes, and think about all that repertoire that you can play on the organ, starting from Middle Ages, and playing also modern music. So no one instrument, no one else has such a broad variety of repertoire as organ does. That fascinates me all the time.
Is that you why you chose this instrument yourself, Osha?
Well, that time when I chose it, I didn't think so much about it as I do now. And also, for me, the organ is also very beautiful instrument if you think about all those historical instruments preserved. Basically, we are just, as Carol Snyder wrote in his famous book, Organ as a Mirror of its time, that, it sort of preserves the history and, art history and history in general. That fascinates me every time.
Organ is generally thought to be as a counterpart of the altar, right?
Yes,
In a similar style, opposing the altar or supplementing the altar. If this organ was fit and designed for that particular space, not brought from other churches.
yes, yes,
Wonderful. So, me too. I think I too share those sentiments for this grand instrument because it's of its aesthetics, of its complexion and construction, and 7 centuries of organ repertoire. It's unbelievable. If you wanted to sight read every piece of extant or surviving organ repertoire, uh, I think you couldn't do this in one lifetime,
yes, yes,
even while using free online material, which is freely available on internet.
yes. It would take you too much time. It's impossible to do. But that you can choose, from such a variety, that's an amazing thing.
Right.
And also, each country which has organs, it's like a different story each time because from one country to another, organs are so different.
And it's never boring because in 1 month or 1 year you can focus on one country or one period, and the next one you can do complete opposite, right? Take opposite direction. French, German, English, Dutch, Spanish, Portuguese, you name it.
Yes, and even if you don't want to focus on the repertoire, even just playing hymns is such a fun because we are also such a nice musical pieces.
It's like a prayer for the organist too.
Yes, it is.
I think people who are deeply religious could basically sing their hymns together with playing the harmony,
Yes,
right? That would count as a prayer, I think, or double prayer because, as said Saint Augustine, whoever sings praise
twice.
twice. Yeah, that makes sense because it's twice as powerful.
Yes, it is.
Wonderful, guys. So I hope even people who live in remote areas in in the countryside, in rural areas, in countries who are just developing, right? Which has limited internet access, maybe has expensive internet connection. They still can Google some things, uh, play from PDFs instead of watching videos, which is expensive, right?
Yes.
Yet in those countries, and never ever give up on this idea of learning and practicing for a lifetime, because you will get closer and closer to perfection, right?
Yes, that's right. Step by step.
Do you think that your teacher, George Ritchie, thought he attained perfection ever?
I don't think so. He is, he is so particular about details and wants to clean, nice playing and to polish it, to do it perfect. So I think he as any excellent musician are very self-critical, and that's how we develop ourselves
Hmm.
and perfect ourselves.
I think you inherited this um, sense of striving for perfection also from George Ritchie too.
Well, I hope so. I try to know to take it from him.
Good. So uh, I hope guys will go and practice today, right? I've been playing in the morning and Osha was teaching, so Osha's time now will be to practice a little bit, right?
Yes, that's right.
Which piece will you be playing?
Well, now I have to select repertoire for my next recital, so I probably will work on that. Sight read maybe some pieces by Bach.
Wonderful. Upcoming recital for the Bach birthday in,
Yes.
in
Uh,
March.
yes. March
Wonderful.
March 21st.
Yeah. So we'll go now and select repertoire and practice. I will enjoy listening to you practice. This is my favorite time of the day. And you guys go ahead and practice also, at least for 15 minutes. It still counts. If you're tired or exhausted, never give up. Just do a little bit of practice, even today before you hit the bed. You will thank yourself later and tomorrow.
Go ahead and practice.
This was Vidas.
And Osha,
And remember, when you practice,
miracles happen.